And in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 10 foods to boost your immunity against cancer. I bet you think you have to be rich and well-to-do in order to afford to be healthy. That's absolutely false. In fact, healthy foods are cheaper to eat, will nourish your body with micronutrients to optimize your immunity to help you against preventing cancer as well as many other diseases. However, let's start with one thing you can do for free, and that is to give your body a break from eating. You can call it intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating, or simply a feeding-free window. Food is simply stressful for your body to digest. It distracts your body's restorative energy. And if you haven't heard, you already have millions of cancer cells in your body right now. I do too. And it's a job of your immune system, your body's defense system, to take those cells out or to put them in jail so that they don't grow. Mutating cells are just a part of life. And this is why it's important to keep your immune system strong. But everything in life only has so much bandwidth. So if your immune system is busy trying to defend itself against your snack and your meals, then you simply have less energy to fight your cancer cells. It's best to restrict your eating time to an 8-hour window. There's actually a circadian rhythm for eating. Food is best eaten early in the day. Now, as soon as someone tells you not to have any food, even if you tell yourself you're gonna wanna eat, and that's how we are all wired. So you don't have to be perfect right away, just work yourself to that time frame. And so whenever you're sleeping, if you sleep 8 hours, try not to eat an hour before and an hour after. Then the next day, add another half an hour or an hour more to before you're sleeping and after you wake up, and eventually you work up to 16 hours of no food. This will allow your body to have the energy to restore your health and to take care of cancer cells and any other trash it needs to do to get your health back. Of course, don't restrict your eating window to actually less than that. People who restrict it to 4 to 6 hours actually tend to eat more calories, and they give themselves more of a burden to digest that food. And if you're on any medications that affect your metabolism, like diabetes or high blood pressure, please check with your doctor before you make any dietary changes. So when you can eat, let's talk about what you should eat. First and foremost, eat fresh fiber. Dehydrated, expensive powder fiber from a bag or a bottle isn't it. Eat real food. It's cheaper, healthier, and really what you're supposed to eat. Fiber is found in plants. An opportunity to eat fresh fibrous food is an opportunity to replenish your body with the micronutrients that's stuck on the fiber that it needs to calm the inflammation down. Unfortunately, ultra-processed foods for the last 50 years has ultra-processed out the micronutrients and the fiber. And we spend trillions of dollars on healthcare trying to clean up the bad health effects from consuming trillions of dollars of processed food. So is it no wonder that the US ranks 46 in the world for longevity behind countries that aren't even considered developed? Foods with fiber reduces the rates of colon cancer, reverses prostate cancer. These nutrients are protective from breast cancer. And in case you didn't know, a lot of our chemotherapy are purified from plants. We're just beginning to scratch the surface of all these plants and its nutritional value. So when you eat fiber, eat it first before you eat anything else. And if you really want to get nerdy about it, eat 40 grams a day in fiber in a variety of foods. I don't know how you eat, but I would guess you probably eat less than 20 grams of fiber because 90% of people eat less than 20 grams of fiber a day. And the data is clear. Fiber protects your DNA, optimizes your immune system to reduce your risk of cancer. And there are lots of natural molecules bound to the fiber that actually kill cancer. In fact, cancers also need nutrients to grow. They also need hormones to grow. So when you eat, you're not only feeding your cancer, you're also increasing hormones like insulin and insulin growth factors that cancers need to grow. And by eating your whole fiber that's intact, you're controlling the calories and you're controlling how fast you're absorbing the processed foods. You're keeping the hormones low so that you're not feeding your cancer when you eat. Really, there's over 400,000 edible plants. Eat cruciferous vegetables when you eat fiber. Now, if I can only pick one vegetable to eat, I would eat dinosaur kale. That tall, dark, leafy cruciferous vegetable has been shown to stop the growth of cancer cell lines, even the juice itself. But it's really boring to eat just one vegetable. And lucky for you, there's 400,000 edible plants to choose from. You can actually look at the National Cancer Institute for a list of cruciferous vegetables to eat. And the best way to eat cruciferous vegetables is to chop it up, leave it around for about 30 minutes, or if you cook it, add some mustard powder to maximize the absorption of a powerful antioxidant called sulforaphane. Now, your foods high in fiber most likely will be foods high in quercetin. Quercetin is a critical antioxidant with anti-inflammatory effects, including antihistamine effects to calm allergy symptoms. It is a plant flavonoid present in a variety of species that can protect your DNA and potentially the damage done by inflammatory molecules like cholesterol. It's also been shown to reduce people's blood pressure. It has been shown to reduce bladder and prostate inflammation, to calm rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, and it's really an important equipment in your daily life in your fight against preventing cancer. The albumin family of onions are packed with quercetin, and generally when you find quercetin, you're going to also find vitamin C, which is really underappreciated. It's an essential nutrient that your body can't make. And if you're not eating fresh plants, you're probably not getting the optimal amount of vitamin C your body needs. Now, in nutrition, low levels and suboptimal levels will, let you survive, but make you susceptible to disease. Optimal levels give you the reserve to acclimate to unexpected stresses. Even taking a vitamin C supplement can be beneficial. And many people really only supplement when they have a cold. That's okay, but you need vitamin C every day. Vitamin C is critical for your brain to work, for your immune function to work, so it's best to get an adequate amount daily. It's required to glue your tissue together and to keep your blood vessels elastic like a fresh rubber band so that your blood can flow. Mental and physical stresses in your environment can damage your blood flow, leading to high blood pressure. Over time, that damage causes your blood vessels to harden like an old rubber band, which breaks when you put pressure on it. A broken blood vessel is essentially a stroke, heart attack, kidney failure. Really, every part of the body is susceptible. So, don't neglect vitamin C. Now, foods rich in quercetin will have vitamin C because they actually work better together. Fun fact, this red bell pepper is equivalent to 3 oranges in its vitamin C content. Now, I like leaves, so I like drinking green tea. And if you have to drink something with caffeine, go for a green leaf. The medicinal properties of a green tea spans from being antiviral to anti-cancer to anti-inflammatory to optimal metabolism. Green tea has been used for thousands of years in the East, and here in the West, we're just beginning to appreciate how powerful this little tiny leaf can be. There's even an FDA-approved genital wart cream made out of green tea. Warts, like many viruses, live in your body forever. There's no cure. And in college, I had a teaching assistant who had holes in his hands often because he would go to his dermatologist to get his warts frozen off. Human papillomavirus, the virus that causes warts, really is internal, and it not only causes warts, but it can also cause cancer. Remember, when you drink green tea, don't put sugar and dairy in it. That erases a lot of the tea's health benefit. Have you heard about the health benefits of red wine? Well, it's not true. Sure, red wine is better than vodka, but if you don't drink, don't start. Really, any amount of alcohol is toxic to your brain, your gut, your liver, and your immunity. But if you could remove the alcohol in red wine, then that liquid is beneficial. That's basically red wine vinegar. It's really the red pigment with molecules like resveratrol and anthocyanin that is in the grape that is beneficial for your defense against cancer. Resveratrol is an antioxidant that improves your blood flow, and it is super important for your immunity and your circulation. So this isn't a plant, but a lot of people think it's a plant. There are mushrooms. Mushrooms appear to block cancer growth, and in populations who eat mushrooms at a high rate, they have actually lower rates of breast cancer. Now, people who drank green tea and ate mushrooms have a 90% reduced rate of breast cancer. Now, just remember, don't eat mushrooms raw, as they have chemicals that can give you delayed skin reactions. And you don't need to break the bank with expensive, coffee mushrooms. So mushrooms such as cordyceps, they have a lot of activity against many human cancer cell lines. But even the common white button mushroom you find in the grocery stores has cancer protective effect. Now, I'm sure you've heard turmeric is good for your health. That's true. It is the most well-studied herb with thousands of publications. Countries like India, who consume a lot of turmeric despite 20% of their population living in poverty, actually below poverty, have much less cancer rates than the United States. The National Cancer Institute believes turmeric can block cancer growth, and this effect can be measured in the urine. It's been used to reverse DNA damage from people poisoned with arsenic, a heavy metal that is known to cause cancer. Fun fact, farmers once fed chickens, turkeys, and pigs arsenic to encourage growth and treat disease. That was in the United States. This was only banned in 2016. So for most of my life, I ate meat full of arsenic, and I can only thank my mom for making us curry. Arsenic, unfortunately, is in the soil and water because of industrial pollution. Turmeric, though, has several powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory molecules that can help our fight against inflammation. So this is why you should eat turmeric daily. And if you sprinkle some black pepper, it'll stay in your body longer. Don't forget to eat whole seeds. Seeds from plants includes grains, beans, nuts, and actual seeds all contain molecules called phytates that detoxify excess iron, especially heme iron found in meat. There are so many nutrients in beans, yet phytates, when tested against cancer cell lines, appear to inhibit many different types of cancers, and it seems to shine as the best anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immune-enhancing activity in plant seeds. Of course, check with your physician, especially if you have any metabolic, heart, or kidney failure before you start any new diet plan. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, please join me in my next one. See you there.